I have some more questions though. I'm not nearly done at all.
Mm,
So everyone, regardless of their age, has something they think about themselves.
that's true.
Speaking on this thought thing, they
Mm,
believe something about themselves.
mm.
Now, what do you think is the crux, drives the mental energy of young people?
Again, it's about how they want to be perceived. Okay.
Okay.
Um, there are 7 common lies that young people believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I've been talking about it. So let me quickly just talk about it quickly.
All right.
Number one, and I want you to listen to this. Number one, the average young person believes he is amazing at everything he does. Now, as much as I would love to believe that, okay, it's not always true. Because when you do not confront the truth, the blunt truth, that you're not always amazing at everything you do, you may have a blind spot that you're not taking care of. I'll give you a case in point. In my country, there's Project Fame.
Yes.
Project Fame is like the American Idol thing, where young people come and showcase their skill. Now, during the audition, there was a particular young man, very funny young man. You could see he bothers a little bit on, you know, a bit of
Mental illness,
insanity.
yeah,
I'm telling you, but no one could convince him otherwise that he wasn't going to make the A list, into Project Fame. But what he sang was just amazing. I mean, it's deplorable.
horrendous.
But he never understood. He never saw it. He thought it was amazing. So there's a lot of self-deception. There's a lot of closure to the blind spots of young people, because the average young people just feel that I can do anything. I'm big. I will once I just step into it. So you see people producing music that don't
Oh, tell me
that
about
don't
it.
make
Don't
sense.
even get me started on this music.
You see them trying to do, going on to act.
Mm.
You see dress senses. You see people making fashion, going to fashion, what have you. So young people believe that they are amazing at everything they do, and that is not always true.
Just not true.
So basically, what that does, that failure to understand that makes them get stunted, okay, in actually understanding who they really are, and it depreciates their achievement at the end of the day. Okay, so you are not always amazing. Secondly, the second lie that they believe that they have to be perfect. I have to be perfect. But the truth of the matter is, say, one of the greatest teachers you can have in your life is failure.
Right.
And we spoke about Neil Nickelhead,
Angry Birds guy.
developer of the Angry Birds. We spoke about Michael Jordan. Okay,
There's
one
so
of
many others.
one of the things, many others, one of the things, including myself.
Mm.
Okay, and one of the things they have come to understand, and I want you to understand, is that failure could be your greatest teacher. Okay, if you know how to handle it. So you're not going to be perfect. You're not going to have everything wrapped up. You're not going to have everything together. Okay, you may not be able to have a 4.0, okay, in your grade at the university. It's okay. All right. You may not have a job lined up for you immediately after you finish graduate school. That's also okay. Okay. Uh, the truth is, failure is success training. That's what someone said. Okay. And so you have been trained even when you're failing. So don't get it twisted. Okay. When things are not working, right? Just know that it's okay.
Just
all right?
chill.
It's a real world. Okay?
Yeah.
Forget about the world of, okay, I'm amazing, I'm perfect, everything's going to be okay. So that you don't go commit suicide, or you don't get into derangement, or you don't get into depression, and then you begin to hate and whatever. Okay. So, plus young people need to know that they can only be perfect in God. Every youth needs God. The third of the 7 lies that young people believe is this: they believe they will succeed only if they go to the right college, which basically means, well, I must get into this school, and I must get there by force. It made me do jam five. I can tell you, it made me do sit jam five times. Yeah, because I wanted to go to a particular school. I wanted to get to a particular course, and I wasn't going to buckle until I got that course. Now, whether I got that course or not, and got that score or not, is another story for another day. But I can clearly tell you that I did not, and I know how decimated and how shattered I was, just because I was trying to get into the right university, okay, and doing the right course. You need to understand that it doesn't always work like that. So my advice is this: just do any degree course. Just do any degree course and just get a first degree. You'll find out a lot of times that when you go do something, okay, that you didn't think about, you stumble into your purpose. Right. You find a lot of people try to do that degree program and go to that university only for them to find out this exactly wasn't what I wanted. So just allow things to be, okay? You need God ideas. You need God intervention to move you, as many as are led by the Spirit of God. Except the Lord builds the house. That's what Scripture said. Unless the Lord builds the house, They labor in vain that try to build it. So, yeah. I don't know whether I'm making sense.
You have some more lies that young people believe?
Well, not my lies, but lies that young people believe. Young people believe that they can get a great job by just having a degree. But events all over the world, especially my country, is shown that, look, you have a first-class degree in law. You're thinking of selling sunglasses. That's what she's doing. So you begin to realize that it's not about the degree. Okay, when I get a first degree, I'll get a great job. Okay, there are many things that God has as a plan for you. And again, like we say, God has to build your house. All right, that you make your plans. Okay, try and get yourself a good degree, work hard. Okay, but you need to make sure that you put your life into the hands of God, because at the end of the day, it's His plan for your life that ultimately makes you that successful person that you really want to be. Okay, and some of the greatest lessons you will learn actually are not in the classrooms; they're outside the classroom. So that's basically it. And then there is the fifth one. Okay, young people believe that their first job defines their career. And that means, so once I land my first big job, okay, and I'll learn. No, but that's a myth. There's nothing like a perfect first job. As a matter of fact, when I graduated, I said I'm looking for that first job that will shape on the whole thing. And I got a job, in an advert agency, and I thought it was going to be it. Eventually, after about 6 months, I found out it wasn't what, because the work schedule was crazy and it wasn't working for what I thought I wanted to do in my life. Okay, because work didn't start in my agency until like 6 p.m., until like 3 p.m. So I couldn't close by 6, and I had to be in church. I loved the Lord. I was involved in voluntary service in my church. All right, and I knew that I loved what I was doing in the church. And by the way, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm a pastor. All right. Even though I had that opportunity to work with my degree as an ad agency, something in me just didn't connect with it. Something in me connected more to my voluntary work at the church. And you could see ultimately, almost 30 years after, this is where I am right now. So you will discover that it's not your perfect first job. Your first job may not provide you the first perfect thing that defines your career. Okay? Right. You need to find that out in God. Okay? All right? And you need to know that skills and lessons that you learn on the street are transferable. So volunteer. Like I did, I volunteered to work, to serve in my church. All right, okay? So you go and volunteer. I always tell people, volunteer. I mean, you're volunteering to work with some non-for-profit by yourself. Yes. Who knows? It might just be what will make you. Even though you are an expert, you're a graduate, you're an A-list student, But you see, you're volunteering. Something inside you saying there's something more. So gather those skills, okay? Gather those opportunities. Get volunteer into places you never could tell.
Volunteering is so important.
Exactly. So that breaks the myth of my perfect first job.
Right.
You get it. And then number 6, young people believe that they will be in a better financial place than their parents immediately. Oh, once I get out of the university, I'm going to get that classic perfect first job. I'm going to be making so much money, and I'll be so super rich that my mom and my dad put together. It doesn't work that way. Okay? And when they don't see that happen, they get incredibly shattered. Yeah. Okay, and that's what you see. Why you see a lot of things that young people do, complain about government, get upset about their parents. So don't expect to live the same lifestyle that took your parents 20 years to build. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen right away. Okay, so don't believe that. There's nothing that happens instantly. You have to go through the process. Your parents went through the process. Trust me, you're going to have to go through the process.
If it happens instantly, you should probably be worried.
You should really be worried. Exactly. Okay. So you're going to just allow yourself to thrive. Okay. Yeah. Allow things to go. Okay. Understand that there's a place for you. Okay. In the earth. Okay. And you will make it. Okay. You will get there. But it may not happen immediately. Okay. But you will get there. Okay. So find your own truth. Right. The answer to this, okay, is find your own truth. Ask God to help you. Right. Find your gifting. By volunteering, you discover a lot of things. Fine-tune what you have discovered, and then be true to yourself. Recognize that you're going to have to go through process. Okay? What you expect will not going to happen instantly, okay? But it's going to happen, sure.
Yeah.
Right. And then the final one.